Live from Las Vegas, UFC Fight Pass Invitational.
What UFC did is just unbelievable. They brought us the best grapplers in the world.
There's the tap, it is done.
I cannot believe what we just witnessed. That is
Oh,
left in
nice.
and he gets the tap.
How good was that?
Insane.
It's a lion's den full of killers.
UFC Fight Pass, step into our world.
Thursday, May 22nd, Tuff N Uff makes its presence in San Diego, California.
This will be fun right here.
Riding a 3-fight win streak, Sogoku Armasana returns to the cage.
Oh my God! That's it!
Facing the dangerous Ecuadorian striker in Cesar Abad.
What a left hook, ladies and gentlemen.
All for the Tuff N Uff lightweight belt. Live from the Observatory North Park. Tuff N Uff 144. Tickets on sale now.
All right, guys, we are back. Moving on to our next fight of the night. Send it up for the official introduction.
Darryl King Walker.
All right, guys, we have Darryl King Walker making his way to the ring. And like we just talked about, Brian, this is a title fight. Woo! You know, he is out of Syndicate MMA. That's in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, one of the best camps out there. You guys know about that.
You know, and this is his first opportunity of holding a title at any organization. You know, he's had 2 fights in the last 2 years. You know, Ryder, tell us more about Mr. Walker.
A lot of fun things about Mr. Walker. I've actually caught his first 2 fights. He's aggressive. He's not going to sit back and wait for his opponent to do something. He's going to swing first. He's going to bring the action, and he's always looking for the finish. So I'm excited to see what Darryl brings tonight. You know, find out Syndicate. He has some of the best coaches around. John Wood and them out there, you know, they do the right things in the preparation. So I'm just really excited to see him put it all together and see what he does for us tonight.
And how about this, Ryder, a guy who's a taller fighter, right, fighting at this weight class.
Yeah.
Guess who he marketed his game after, for the most part, his favorite fighter? The Spider.
Oh, Anderson Silva.
Come on
man.
now. I mean, if you're going to fight like somebody, that's somebody that you want to.
Guy you want to fight like. Man.
Yeah.
I hope to see it tonight. I hope to see him, you know, a little shades of little Silva in there. You
Absolutely,
know?
absolutely. This should be a good one. As you said, a guy that goes forward, he looks for a finish.
Yeah.
Somebody's O's going to go, and maybe somebody's lights may go out.
100%. I think that fight won't be going to this.
Let me tell you guys, look at this guy's reach. He has an 80-inch reach coming into this fight.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Dalton Hambrock.
And we have the opposition, also undefeated fighter, making his way to the ring. This is Dalton Hambrock from Huntington Beach, California. You know, again, 6 foot tall. He has a 75-inch reach, which is still incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
How do you think that Dalton is going to overcome the reach of his opposition?
One thing I see is Dalton's a wrestler, and he is built like a wrestler. He's built like a brick wall, you know, so I want to see him use his hands. Again, we talked about not just shooting, but using your hands to set up your shots. I like to see him get in on the takedowns, get the finishes, and take it in his zone, which is the wrestling, the ground and pound.
And something that you definitely know about Dalton as well is that he's tough.
Yeah.
You know why he's tough? Semper Fi.
Hey, let's go.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate the service.
Yeah, he's a Marine. You know, they got a lot of Marines and Navy guys down here with the base in San Diego, so you know he's going to be a tough fighter. So these guys are, I think we're going to have that explosion that you talked about. Look at him coming to the ring.
A big smile on his face, looks at his opponent, smiles. There's going to be some action here, ladies and gentlemen.
Dalton has not missed weight training day at the gym.
We talk about physique contests. Man, there's a lot of people in here that could be in the bodybuilding competition tonight.
Let's take a look at the tail of tape here. This is a middleweight title fight. We have Dalton, 25 years of age, Darryl, 33. Dalton being 5'11", Darryl being 6'4", both at 185. And again, we talk about that long reach. Dalton having a 75-inch reach, while Darryl Walker with an 80-inch reach. Dalton 3-0, Darryl 2-0. Somebody has to go. Let's send it up for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set to go three-minute rounds, and this is for the Tuff N Uff Amateur Middleweight World Championship. Introducing to you first, out of the blue corner, a wushu and freestyle practitioner standing 6 feet 4 inches tall, officially weighing in at 185.2 pounds. He holds a perfect record of 2 wins, no losses, and he hails from Las Vegas, Nevada, presenting Darryl, the Sacred Beast, King Walker. Across the cage, out of the red corner, his adversary. At 5 feet 11 inches tall, this wrestler officially weighed in at 185.2 pounds. He holds an undefeated record of 3 victories, representing Huntington Beach, California. Introducing Dalton Hambrock. And your referee in charge, Mike Bell.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Gentlemen,
the amateur middleweight championship.
Protect yourself all times. Obey my commands all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Best of luck to both of you.
Ooh-wee!
Oh.
There's no better moment in any sports than when they say ding, ding, and fighters walk to the ring, boxing, MMA, whatever. I love this portion. Look at them. Look at it. I mean,
both guys excited, smile.
They're ready to go.
Face, see what happens here. Touch of gloves.
Respectful touch of the gloves, right?
You can already tell Darryl wants to use his range. Nice little long kick, but Dalton immediately gets in on the body lock, has Darryl press up against the cage.
Switches off to a single leg here. Let's see if we can pick him up.
Oh, but he takes it back. Oh, he's going for a suplex, but he can't. Almost. He gets Darryl down, but Darryl back up on the feet. Fighting hands, doing the right things.
How much does that drain you guys as a wrestler trying to pick up a guy?
You know, I tell you what, that's just something I was going to mention. Like Ryder Test, being a college wrestler, I was a former college wrestler. Picking guys up over and over, especially when you have that much muscle mass, is exhausting. That looked like a low blow there. Yep, I thought it was a low blow.
Darryl did a good job of, once he got taken down, springing right back to his feet, fighting hands. He got in a good position. He did throw a knee, but that knee, unfortunately.
Was it low? I thought it hit him in his gut, no?
It looked low to me.
Okay, all right. You know what, though? This is honestly really good for Dalton right now. You could kind of tell that he was slowing down after that.
All that muscle, man, can sap you when you're trying to do those
so quick
and lifting. So.
And then that adrenaline dump as well. Because I mean, he's fighting in front of a lot of people that that he knows and loves out here.
100.
I think he's happy in the fact that he got a chance to get a little rest. Not that he got hit down low. No one's happy about that, but
he looks good. He looks recovered.
Yeah.
Referee warning Darryl, no more low blows.
Look how he's breathing.
Back to action. Yeah, he is breathing a little heavier already. See,
and I'll tell you what, nice left hand. Or excuse me, right hand.
But
yeah, he got countered.
Nice knee by Darryl, but Dalton here on a single leg gets the finish, but again, Darryl right back to his feet.
He's got good takedown defense because Dalton clearly is a strong guy.
Yeah, you can tell. Great takedown defense, but Dalton gets the takedown. He's on top, lands some mean ground and pound, takes Darryl's back. Darryl back to his feet.
And that's something that you love to see when a guy gets taken down to try to get back to his feet quickly, right?
100%. You want urgency. You don't want to get taken down and relax because then it gives the opponent an opportunity to move and go to other things. The urgency's big. Darryl has urgency. Now he's trying to hit a little switch here and take Dalton's back.
Now he's been taken down somewhat.
Yeah.
I mean, Darryl looks like he's in the dominant position now,
they're
right?
in a good little scramble now. Darryl has the front headlock. Nice knee to Dalton's body.
Nobody likes those.
No one likes the knee.
That last one, nobody likes it. You can see he immediately got the reaction from Dalton after those 2 knees landed, too.
That knee was right on the solar plex. Once you get hit in the solar plex, I don't know if you people back home have felt it, but it feels like the wind energy is leaving your body.
Yeah, nobody likes body work, whether it's a knee or a punch.
Yeah, but Dalton did a good job here. He took those shots, and now he has Darryl pressed up against the cage. Justin, you know, us being former wrestlers, what are you thinking about Dalton's game plan here right now?
Right now, I mean, he's wrestling at an exhausting pace, and all that muscle's getting filled with lactic acid right now.
Yeah.
Man, and although he's winning this round thus far, can he do this? In my opinion, maybe not anymore.
And
These
those knees
body shot.
Those knees drops him. Darryl's on top. And it's
over!
over!
The referee waits it!
Wow!
And before we know it, the fight is over.
Wow, beautiful performance. Darryl did a really good job of using those knees right to the solar plexus. They add up in that last one. You can tell Dalton hurt, crumpled him.
100%. Brian, it happened right here in front of us. You saw that brutal knee. You know, Dalton ends up going down from it and turtling up. He's not really contesting it. I think he feels he was done.
No, he was done. You could tell those knees were zapping him. And you could tell his cardio was kind of leaving him a little bit, and then Darryl took advantage of that, threw him enough punches. Those punches didn't even really land all that tough and all that hard. But Dalton, he wasn't fighting back. And he was just going to sit there and absorb him, so they had to stop that fight. Had to stop that fight. That was a perfect case of a guy kind of weathering a storm and weathering a fighter who came out guns a-blazing, super strong, and waiting for that fighter to weaken up a little bit and then taking advantage.
Absolutely, and it's an amateur fight, so you want to protect the guys. You know, there's not going to be any late stoppages in amateur.
No,
shouldn't. So that was a great stoppage. Dalton was hurt, couldn't continue, and hats off to Darryl.
And now you have yourself what? A brand new champion here in the middleweight division from Tuff N Uff. That's what I'm talking about. Tuff N Uff, new middleweight champion after getting a stoppage early. Well, not early, but late in the first round.
Yeah, beautiful performance of Darryl. Those knees were crucial.
Well, you know, we talked about it before. Do not blink, because this fight could get ended at any time.
Yeah,
let's send it up for the official decision for this new middleweight champion of Tuff N Uff.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes, 30 seconds of the very first round. For your winner by TKO and new Tuff N Uff amateur middleweight champion, Darryl, the Sacred Beast, King Walker. Darryl, congratulations. How are you feeling right now being the newest champion?
Amazing. I feel good. I want to thank my mom, my family, my grandma, my dad, everyone at Syndicate, my coaches, my boy Trail. Hey, Syndicate Army, we taking over, baby.
Now, what was your game plan heading into this match? He was throwing around. He was strong.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was going to deal with his pressure, and he's a big dude, so I knew he was going to come in there and try to bully me, try to pressure me. But I fight with the best, bro. Like, I train at one of the best gyms in the world, so I'm ready for that type of shit.
Now, was this fight, did it go the way you expected?
I could say 80, 90%. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have threw more and really showed people, like, how my striking is, how my full game is, but we got the win. First round is all that matters.
Now that you're the newest middleweight champion, what can the fans expect from you next?
Fuck, just more elite level, high level stuff. I'm not stopping, so, you know, you're gonna see the best. One of the best to ever do it. Believe that.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, give it up for the newest Tuff N Uff amateur middleweight champion, Darryl, the Sacred Beast, King Walker.
Guys, what an incredible way to start off Tuff N Uff 144. We have 5 action-packed fights, and let me tell you, I am so impressed with this middleweight champion, Darryl Walker. He comes in there, he gets taken down over and over, but his resilience in this.
Yeah.
Ryan, what was the most impressive part of this amateur fight to you?
As far as that last fight that we saw, just the composure that he had, because he knew a big guy was going to come out. We knew Dalton was going to come out, guns a-blazing. He was strong. He tried to get a couple takedowns, but Darryl just kind of waited, bided his time, and he stayed calm. And then those body shots. We all know you put that work in early on the body, whether it's punches or knees or whatever, you can zap the power from a guy. He did exactly just that, and he ended up getting that stoppage in the first round. What more do you want? If you want to win a championship, you want to win in the first round via stoppage and get that shiny belt. That thing was beautiful, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, and I'll tell you, I can attest to that, guys. Those body shots, sometimes it's like pushing a button and your body turns off. It's like that. Now, Ryder, being a former collegiate wrestler, you know, holding that pace, trying to pin, you have that much muscle mass, trying to pin your opponent up against the fence, your body's filling with lactic acid, plus those body shots. Tell us, what he was going through before the finish of that fight.
Man, I've been in that position a couple times myself, and let me tell you, it's tiring. It's taxing. You feel those knees. It hurts, and you know, Darryl did what he had to do. I like the urgency he had when he got taken out and get right back to his feet. Great knees, beautiful fight.
You got to check out the highlights of these things, man. We saw, like, we want to watch it over and over again, don't we?
Oh, here we go. We got some good highlights right here from the first fight.
Man, what a great display. You know, these guys coming in, Ray, and with just incredible striking, showing, coming into this fight at 0-0. This was this guy's debut, but when you're coming out of a great gym like Syndicate, that's exactly what you expect.
He looked calm, cool, collected. Montreal's striking was on point. Used his range. For a debut, the way he fought tonight, very impressive.
You got Cameron White with jumping over, Brown. What do you think of that?
I know this guy, he should be playing basketball. He should be playing in the NBA playoffs right now. But then the most calm person that I think I've seen inside a cage in a very long time. And the fact that the submission that he ended up getting, and then Dixon.
Oh, man, beautiful.
As well.
Beautiful.
I mean, some of these fighters, the way that they ended some of these fights, Dixon King getting his stoppage, Jordan Moore getting his stoppage, Montrell Glover getting that split decision, but Dixon with that rear naked choke.
Beautiful.
I mean, how tight was that thing?
Beautiful, right under the chin, his buddy went out.
And talk about a statement, you know, coming off a loss to now ready to come in here. You know, you got Baca going with the fake glove tap and then to put him to sleep.
Oh, I know, that's right.
You got this beautiful knee for the new middleweight champion.
Who are those guys in the background looking amazed in the background what we're seeing right there? I mean, the new middleweight champion of Tuff N Uff right now, right?
I gotta go over that though. He had a great job of when he got taken down, getting back to his feet. That's a very important thing when you get taken down to have that sense of urgency. Beautiful.
Now, going on to this pro card that we're tuning in here at 7 p.m. on UFC Fight Pass, I mean, all those guys look like pros to me. Like, how can we do any better than that?
No, I know. I mean, first of all, it being on UFC Fight Pass, if you fight in any organization, you want to be seen by the most eyes. You're not going to be seen by more eyes than on UFC Fight Pass. You're an MMA fighter, and you're fighting in a professional card like Tuff N Uff. That's going to be fantastic. But then, you guys know this, the caliber of fighters that fight in Tuff N Uff professionally, I mean, they're either have been in the UFC like you, or they're going to be in the UFC, whether they're male or female, and folks are going to see that when we get that card coming up in a little bit. That's going to be, I'm hyped for it.